What's going on, friends and followers? Mike McFarland here, the Lake Fork Guide. I'm about to give you a public rundown for the world famous Lake Fork, February 24th, 2022. So let's go to the board. You know, in some of the past public rundowns, I've announced about my members corner, my private members only corner. And I kind of implied that I might be thinning down the public report for you to drive you to that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep this as full as I was. I may even throw in a few of the baits that I'm using from time to time, but I'm still going to keep that report about the same. I'm also going to add weather conditions, which I've never done before. Not just the weather conditions, the outlook of what's coming, but the past few days and the effects that it had on the lake. With that said, let's go ahead and get to it. Water temperatures. Man, we're still stuck in old man winter. We're in that part of Texas, the time in Texas, Northeast here, where it can be spring, even summer and winter, all in the same day. So as of this week, we're falling back. We were warm trending pretty fair. Last week there was some water temperatures that got in the mid 50s. If you went far enough north, you could find, and that south wind was blowing, you could find even warmer water in really skinny water. The MLF anglers are here. Most of them struggled. In fact, half of the field both days did not fill a limit of 5 fish, scoreable fish. But however, the top guys, they caught them pretty good. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. We're going to talk about the top 4 on day 1, the top 4 on day 2, and so on and so on. But the wintry mix has been nuts with the water temperature. And it's been 2 days of south starting the warm trend, and then we just get knocked with this cold stuff. So water temperature parameters are 49 to 53. As of yesterday and today, they're falling dramatically. I talked to Kevin Van Dam in the restaurant, LaBelle's restaurant, Lake Fork Marina yesterday, and he said he's prepared today in the knockout round for Michigan winter conditions. That's what we're having today in Lake Fork. I woke up with freezing rain. My steps are frozen, and yet 2 days ago I was stripped down in the afternoons to no cold gear except for the boat rides. So we're back to falling in the water temperatures, and it's quite crazy. I've done a lot of looking this week throughout the lake. Clarity, it depends on where you are. I went down south a little bit, which I usually don't this early in the year, and man, I found some super clear water down in Cheney Creek, down by the dam, Ray Branch, a few of those areas. I mean crystal clear water. So a little more of this 2-foot range. The more north you go, in some areas there's still good clarity, but I'm putting 0 to 2 feet depending on where you are. And probably 1 to 2 foot's safe bet, because 0 means you can't see in the water. We don't have that dirty water right now. Levels. Yes, it is true. SRA has committed to hold the lake at 396. They're not going to 397. They will not let it go above 397, which is 6 feet below full pool. This means 397 foot elevation above sea level. Right now it's currently 396.76. In the past day it come up just the tiniest bit. This is no effect to me on the fish. Remember, I always talk about falling water pulls them out, points them out, and rising water brings them in. Being that they're really in the trees and they're still staging and coming in offshore and staging in those main lake points mostly, the effects of that water right there is minimum and really next to nothing. The next 2-3 days, the weather outlook is unreal. More cold, and it's almost March. The weather patterns sure have changed here in Northeast Texas over the 8 years that I've been here. It's just a roller coaster. Like I said, it's spring and winter all in one day. But basically, in the past few days, we've had a high of 78 a couple days ago. Saturday was pretty nice. Sunday was awesome. Monday, literally very warm until the cold front came through and had a 35-40 degree drop like that. North wind switched, and oh my goodness, just bam, here it is. So if you're going out on the lake, watch that. If you get caught, you get in the morning and it's nice and warm, and you go out in a t-shirt and think, I'm going to be great today, and old man winter switches on you on Lake Fork, and you're way up Birch Creek, you're in trouble. With a cold water like that and a 30, 40 degree swing, you could get caught in a really position you don't want to be in. So really pay attention. The outlook, the next few days, literally a wintry mix. The high today, 35 degrees. The high tomorrow, 48 degrees. The high on Saturday, 44 degrees. Crazy. It's just crazy. But it's normal. Rock and roll. Texas two-step right here in Northeast Texas. All right? So let's go ahead and jump and give you some more information about the MLF. The MLF has been here all week. Man, it's been so cool to be surrounded by all these awesome pros. And the first thing before I tell you how the pros are doing is I want to tell you about the super trails, the Lake Fork super trails that Curtis Daniels made. He's my partner in this venture. The chip is not in the stores yet, which the reason is that we can't get our hands on bulk chips. Due to COVID, we're really struggling with a bulk amount of chips. So if you're wanting the Lake Fork Super Trails, go find the Facebook page, Lake Fork Super Trails, give it a like. Send Curtis a message and he can get you a card. The Lowrance is ready, the Hummingbird is ready, and Garmin is almost done as well. So that's how you can get your hands on the card right now. As soon as we solve this bulk SD card problem, it will be in the local marina stores. And the marina stores can't wait. With that being said, I'm going to give you something really cool. I shot a video yesterday, an interview with Mr. Justin Lucas, MLF Pro Justin Lucas. This will be coming out on a public view here in the YouTube channel very soon. But he used the Super Trails chip and was ecstatic about it. Not only did Justin Lucas use it, but Zach Burge, Kevin Van Dam, used the Super Lanes, the Super Trails, and already made a review comment. Dave Lefebvre, Wesley Strader, Dakota Ibar, these guys are all in the top. They're in the top right now. And they absolutely were blown away with the amount of detail and work that Curtis Daniels put into the Lake Fork Super Trails. This is by far the very most advanced and the very best, safest trails that's ever been offered on Lake Fork. I'm not knocking anyone else's work. They've done a great job. But this is expanded at least 8 times greater and is absolutely phenomenal. You want it, I promise. KVD put it in his unit and immediately gave a review just by looking at it. That's a seasoned veteran, and we're so grateful to have him on our side and the support from a man and a champion like that. That is the Lake Fork Super Trails. Find it on Facebook, give it a like, get you a chip. You won't regret it. At 6 feet low, you get here, you're going to be scared. Takes all the scare out. Okay? I'm not telling you right now to run everything, but you won't bump and bang. You can idle safely. You can expedite your idle. So instead of idling at 3 miles an hour, you can idle. And when the lake comes back up, like Justin Lucas said in the interview, you are going to tear this lake up. It has access, ins and outs, so that you can be like this. You don't have to go in and out the same trail. It's an absolutely expanded, just so you can attack the lake. But that's enough being said about the Lake Fork Super Trails. I highly recommend you get it. All right, let's talk about the MLF anglers. You know, the first thing I'm going to tell you is I'm not going to degrade myself as a fishing guide, nor would I ever degrade any of the awesome fishing guides on this lake. Some of them are some of the best fishermen in the world. Some of them are some of the best guides, and they take care of people, and they know the lake by the back of their hand. But none of us, at least me, are MLF anglers. Not really. It's like the difference in college football and NFL football. All right? You know, I've heard people say, man, if you took the best college team and the worst NFL team, college team would probably beat them. Man, that is so untrue. It truly is. The worst NFL team would run right over the very best college team. It is one more tier. It's one more level of astronomical skill level you cannot believe. I talked to Zach Burge. I talked to him, Britt Myers, about it. He fishes with them. He said the Edwin Evers, the KVDs, the Jacob Wheelers, they just man, you cannot believe that one more tier is that much better, that much more productive. And no matter how good any of us guides are out there, when they come fish this lake, they're going to find fish, they're going to catch them. They have it to be here for a different reason than us. And they are doing it themselves, not through clients. So I'm not degrading us as guides, and I'm not over upgrading them as pros. But man, in a way, the top 4 guys anyways, on both days, kind of make a lot of us look bad. I'm struggling to catch a handful of fish a day. I'm catching good ones when I do, like Fork specials, and potentially the bigger fish is what we pursue. We're not looking for any scoreable bass. But man, look at this. Group A, day 1. Jacob Wheeler, 14 fish for 56.07 pounds. Ish Monroe, 13 fish for 48.05. Kevin Van Dam, 13 fish for 44.14. Mark Davis, 13 fish for 33.14. Unbelievable. The rest of the field grinded. There was over 20 guys in that 40-person field that did not catch 5 fish in a given day, just like any of us guides. So Lake Fork is a tough lake, but it's one of the best lakes. It's the most renowned lake in the world because at any time someone can catch a giant. There were 2 double-digit fish caught on day 1, a 10 and 11. Zach Burge caught an 11. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know everybody likes OHIV, but you know what? I haven't heard of one person other than that Superman gets catching those giants, Josh. No one but Josh has had real good success at OHIV, and I have dozens of friends that have gone racing there. So it's a small lake. Lake Fork offers much more opportunities to everyone to, at any time, catch a double digit. All right? So don't get caught up in dock talk. Lake Fork is the world famous goat lake. How about day 2? Jacob Wheeler pours it on and catches 16 fish for an additional 64.09 pounds, totaling 121 pounds of bass. In wintry conditions, pretty much, cold water, 30 fish, 121 pounds, and almost laps the entire field. What an incredible fisherman. You know, he was here in January for a whole week, and he was out on that water when it was even worse than now, ice and snow. He was out there working. He's paid his dues. He has mechanics. He is just the most amazing guy to watch fishing. He's going to be hard to beat, and he's on a roll. KVD, second day, 9 fish, 29.11, total 74.09. 22 fish, 74.09 for Mr. KVD. Keith Poche, 46.14, day 2, total weight 68.05, 17 fish. Jeff Sprague, I told you Jeff Sprague is going to be in this thing. Jeff Sprague, second day, 24.12, makes a comeback with 8 fish, 56.14, 16 fish total for 2 days. He's in 4th place. Brings him to the knockout round. All these guys are going to the knockout round, okay? The knockout round means 0 weight, so any of these guys stand a chance again. It's all back to the ground zero. That's Group A. Let's tell you about Group B. Group B, we're going to go quick here. Alton Jones Sr., day 1, hammers him, 80.07 pounds, the heaviest of any weight so far on day, and that was that summer day. It was warm weather and warm south wind. And he found a magic. He caught 18 fish on his day 1. Okay, that was Sunday. Dakota Hebert, 17 fish, 65.08. Andy Morgan, 17 fish, 61.05. Brian Thrift, 10 fish, 42.13. Sunday was better weather, and the field did a lot better. I think there was only 18 of the 40 anglers that did not finish a 5-fish limit. Now remember, the MLF's not based on a 5-fish limit. It's total weight. Scoreable bass must be 2 pounds or greater. Okay. Day 2, let's roll this one. Alton Jones, man, he does not catch them like day 1. Winter conditions, 80 pounds on day 1 for Alton, 30 pounds on day 2. He caught 18 fish on day 1 and only 10 on day 2. But his total weight, 117 pounds, 28 fish, which is actually right up there with Mr. Jacob Wheeler. Dakota Ibar, second day, 7 fish, 27 pounds. Andy Morgan, 7 fish, 21 pounds. Luke Clausen, 11 fish, 43 pounds. These guys all advance to the knockout round where everything's zeros, and it's still anybody's game. All right? Realistically, guys, that's kind of the gist of this public rundown. It's a pretty fat one. It's pretty meaty. I told you I wasn't just going to blow you off. I'm going to make sure that you still enjoy this public rundown. I would like to personally invite you to subscribe to my members only. Okay? Here's why. I'm sharing extended detail. I'm about to tell my members only exact baits, exactly how I'm using them, the locations using my rule of 3 number system, where I'm fishing, all right? And believe me, I'm also going to give you preps for the outlook here when we warm up in March, what the next big bite will be. If you want to learn more, you want to learn more details, you want to follow me personally and learn more personal, in-depth things about what I'm doing, what's to come. In fact, I'm going to be doing the Texas Insider Fishing Report live on TV for this year. Please go to the members only and subscribe. It's $4.99 a month. You buy fishing lures and lose fishing lures on a daily basis that cost less than that or more than that. So it's some of the best information I can give you. We're going to get personal. We're going to have some do's and don'ts, daily do's and don'ts once I really get rolling. Old Man Winter is stopping that right now. In fact, I've rescheduled my trips for the next 3 days. So appreciate you so much. If you like the public rundown, hit the like button. Comment below. Ask questions below. And please, find my members only. Hit the subscribe button. You won't regret it. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide. Enjoying life, loving God, and so happy to have you watching. God bless.